Monday night, January the 30th, and it was pretty quiet. I watched a few things on YouTube. Namely, I got to see the end of that movie, Flight IC-1, with the colony ship looking for New Earth from 1965. Let's go 50 years in the future. The next thing I watched was Attack of the Puppet People, which was a 1950s horror movie about this doll maker who could shrink people and put them to sleep and make them look like dolls, and then he could wake them up. Then I saw a thing called The Lost Nuke, as in nuclear bomb. And after The Lost Nuke, I saw a concert from the 60s with the Rolling Stones and the Kinks and the Animals and the Moody Blues, and it was something like the New Musical Review or something like that. Pretty good, actually. And besides that, I watched some YouTube videos before that, things that I was subscribed to. But the business out here was not, I did less than 200. I only used $7 of gas. $7 worth of gas. I didn't go all that far, 125 kilometers. And none of it was highway driving, so yeah. I'm going to park it right now because I've already fueled up and I just went around the block for purposes of making this video. A little bit disappointing, very quiet. I went to sleep, 5 times? Something like that. Well, I'll get back to you tomorrow. And that will be another day. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. And it's Wednesday morning. So it's the end of the Tuesday night. And as far as Tuesday nights go, it went okay. There were times where it was quite busy. Every time I wanted to stop and take a rest, I would get a call. It was one of those where, you know, I'd fall asleep. I'd want to fall asleep. I'd want to just be left alone and fall asleep. But I would get another call. I have to wake up and go get somebody somewhere. It was tiring. It was long. And but it's cold. It shows 2 degrees centigrade, but the wind chill is making it feel like -8 or so. It's not pleasant at all. Can you tell I'm tired? Yeah, it's one of those where I didn't get enough sleep 2 days in a row, and so when that happens after about midnight, I'm kind of useless. And that's the way I'm feeling right now. I watched a couple of movies. One of them is called The Last Days of Planet Earth or something like that. It has to do with some aliens that are kind of bugs or roaches or something. giant mosquitoes or whatever they are, and they're using people as food for their young or something like that. And the other one was called, I can't even remember the name of it, but I fell asleep to it so many times. Every time I keep trying to watch it, I'd fall asleep. I would have to check to see what it is. That other movie was called Wavelength. Anyway, it's another one involving aliens that had crashed their spaceship, and they thought they were dead, but they revived. Anyway, get back to you later. Well, you know this place, don't you? It's Thursday morning, end of the Wednesday night. We're at the airport. We just dropped off, and this looks like a bit of a mess. And I don't know what these guys are doing here, but we're on our way out of the airport, and it turned out to be a good night because of that. I had over 200 on already before getting this fare, and I forget how much she gave me. I'll have to have a look later. But it was, she gave me $40, so yeah, it turned out okay. Very good. I'm pleased with that. And the rest of the night was pretty good. I saw a movie. It was called Hitler, The Rise. So it was basically the rise to power of Hitler from the time he was a kid to the time he became the Chancellor of Germany. And I was watching some other documentary of some kind, but I fell asleep. And I think I've seen it before. It was also themed after the Second World War. It was the Nuremberg trials. I've seen this one before. It was with, what was it, Himmler or Goering? One of those guys. And he was imprisoned. And it was during the period of his imprisonment. And let's see, what else? Yeah, the night, on average, the trips were good. People were great. Some good tips in there. Cannot complain. Yeah, I got another hour to go, so I'll get into town and I'll just have enough time. I don't really feel like washing the car. It's windy and it's a cold, biting wind. It's not really that cold in terms of ambient temperature, but it's cold in the way of wind chill. So we've got about 3 degrees centigrade out there right now, and with the wind chill it feels like -10 because that wind is howling. Hopefully this will stop by tomorrow. We had the wind yesterday too. It's Friday morning. The time is about 4:38. And that means the Thursday night is almost done. It started with short trips. I got short trips like crazy. I had about $50 on by 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, I got sent out to the airport. And it's starting to rain again. So I went out to the airport and picked up this guy and brought him into town. And that was a really good fare. And then I started getting more short trips, and not that many of them. And just when I thought short trips was all I was going to get, I got a call that woke me up, because I'd been watching an almost 3-hour-long movie about Stalin, and I think I got through about 2 hours of it. And I fell asleep a number of times, and I still got about an hour left to watch. But I got awakened by this thing here that went beep on me. And I got sent to a 7-Eleven store for someone with a dog. I got nothing against dogs, I just don't like them. Besides being allergic. So I get there, the guy has a dog and a bike, and he wants to go out to Colwood. So Colwood's a $20 fare, so I'm not going to pass it up. And after doing that one, I sat for another 2.5 hours, and I still don't have 200 on. At almost 5 in the morning and don't have 200 on. Yeah, that's not the greatest. What a way to end the night. I had a couple of $20 fares in a row, and that made all the difference. $40 at the end of it. Yeah, I'm over 200 now. I think it ends up being not a great big success, but a little one. That's okay. Talk to you tomorrow. Well, it's Saturday morning. It's almost 5 o'clock. It snowed a little bit last night, and there's a little bit on the ground here in Colwood. But in Victoria, there's like no snow left at all. Here, I guess it snows a little deeper when it snows. And it snowed yesterday a little bit, but it mostly melted as soon as it hit the ground. The night went quite well. I just had a $30 fare coming out here from in town, and before that I had a $20 fare to where I picked that guy up. I'm creeping up on 400 now. I've got almost 400 on, which is a good thing. There will be whiskey, and there will be groceries. And that's the important part. And whatever I need to do this weekend, I will be able to do it. So that's what's going on. It's been a successful Friday night, except for that time between 1 and 3, where the system was trying to send me far away, or it sent me to something where nobody was there. And yeah, I got dicked around for a couple hours, but the rest of the night was good enough that it doesn't matter. So unless something really special happens in the next hour, I hope yours is better than mine.